Hey everybody, welcome back. This is DisturbingPuppet. Today we're going to be continuing our Space Marine campaign of Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War. We've got pretty good progress made for only to be in the 5th session I've been playing. So we're yellow. You can see we're kind of all over the map. So I still have some exploring I'd like to do. So essentially, we are the only ones left along with the Imperial Guard. I am currently researching apothecaries. This is my capital. Space Marines can only have one city, so this is kind of where we're stuck with. I've got to kind of refamiliarize myself with what I was producing. I kind of know militarily what I was doing. Okay, we've got Dorms coming, Devastators, a Vindicator, and we're skipping any heroes for now. That seems about right. So essentially what happened, we started here, we sort of expanded this general direction, wanted to grab the mobile holo projector, had some Castellan robots, kind of dealt with those, eventually got this, moved our way up to roughly about here, started seeing some orc war buggies and stuff tearing around in this general direction. Sort of advanced up, fighting against the orcs coming up, and eventually destroyed their city somewhere around here-ish, I think. So then we were starting to run into some Necrons as well. As we explored this way, we also ran into Castellans kind of in this general area. Castellans have kind of been the bane of my existence in this game. Definitely kind of driving me crazy. So what I wanted to do was really push in on the Necrons and finish them off, because long term they're kind of dangerous. So we sort of swept up from this direction with one force, and then had the guys that fought the orcs move over as well. Eventually kind of moved in and finished off the Necrons. Somewhere around here was their city. It's been a while since I played, so I'm kind of losing track of where things were. For the Imperial Guard, we didn't spot them for quite a while. Initially, we sort of spotted them just kind of out in the forest, sort of out here, as we were kind of moving west from our city. Eventually, we found their capital, which is here. We still haven't really gotten too close to them. Here we've just kind of been exploring, taking out some Catachan Devils, or Catachan Devils, whichever you prefer. Grab the mobile holo projector here, which we want to hold on to. So we're trying to hold on to this. The Imperial Guard are making a pretty good push in this direction, which is kind of odd. Mainly, I only really have to worry about the heavy weapon squad. I haven't seen any tanks or artillery with them. They have been chewing up my land speeders, so we're kind of pulling back here to repair. Up here, kind of checking things out and exploring. Got my captain here. I know we've got, I think we've got a bunch of Devastators on the ridge here, because we were seeing a bunch of Castellan robots down here taking shots at range. Unfortunately, just the Castellans are driving me crazy, so I kind of would like to wipe them all out and track them all down. So I'm so sick and tired of the Castellans, and I've got the force to kill them, so I want them dead. So we might try to track them all down to finish them off, because that might take a little bit longer. The Imperial Guard, I don't think are going to put up much of a fight if I swing my entire force down and hit them. I've already done my unit movement for the turn, I believe. So yeah, so we're kind of set. We just have the heavy weapon squad here, which we already damaged. These other guys probably won't do too much damage to me. He's kind of running away. We'll send him back up to get healed up. So we'll kind of keep them busy with that force. We'll do some more exploring and looking for the Castellans. We've got a big ridge here, so we've got to go all the way around. Just kind of what these guys are doing. They're going to come down and support my captain, checking things out this way, grabbing anything we want to grab. Just kind of looking at the maps. We still have some area here we haven't explored. If I get some other units built, we might send somebody up that way just to check things out. For right now, things are going pretty well. These guys are moving their way over. We had a story issue here that we were dealing with. That's been resolved, so now this force is free, so they're also going to move up. So we've got kind of two decent forces that we can send around and do what we want. We'll kind of engage the Imperial Guard and see what we can get as far as progress made. I'm not super stuck on focusing on the story in this. I did the story with the orcs and with the Necrons, and they both kind of ended kind of the same, so I was kind of thinking, whatever. If I can wipe out my opponents, we'll just call it good. So that's kind of what I did with the Imperial Guard when I played them, so we'll just kind of continue with that. If we can wipe out the Imperial Guard, that's fine. We're not going to stick around and finish off the story stuff. Partially because with the orcs it just took forever to get through stuff. So let's get going. I'm surprised I have line of sight from here. Looks like he grabbed the mobile holo projector from me. Chapter 4, The Emperor's Will. In the Exodite ruins, you have discovered an alien structure dating back to the old ones, and it appears to extend throughout the planet. It acts as something like a prison, keeping the Necrons trapped beneath an eternal warp storm, and triggers terrible surface devastation to deal with more significant threats. More importantly, the Necrons we fought weren't the sentient enemies we fought before, but mindless beasts scoured of intellect. We must discover more. We cannot hope to understand this technology alone, though it goes against all Gulimon's teachings. Perhaps studying the Xenos on this planet will reveal some unique insights. Accumulate 200 research, reward ambles. What? Ambles are one of the kind of indigenous alien life forms. How is that a reward? I get an amble unit I can control? Yeah, I lost control of that. That's unfortunate. But we can do something about that. I would like to kill off this heavy weapon squad here as well. Just plan on doing some repairs here, if nothing else. Let's see, did anything pop up out here? No. Everyone lost health because we lost the mobile holo projector, so we're going to have to do something about that. I can't jump. I know they're right here, I think. So 7.9, frag grenades, 8.1, let's frag grenade them. Alright, where can I get line of sight? I actually got it there. Surprised at the forest. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes with line of sight. But if you hold the right mouse button down when you're planning moves, it'll actually show you if you have line of sight from a particular spot or not. You can also get damage estimates if you want to do that and move and then kind of point at an enemy. I don't really want to hang out here, but if we can kill them off, I will. So yeah, we'll just finish them off. And I could jink here just in case, because we are kind of banged up. Let's do it. Just in case he moves guys down, let's take long shots at me, because I'm not sure about the line of sight through here. I can't take this back yet because I used an action with them to shoot. Here, we'll just keep hitting the heavy weapon squad. They're the main danger to me, although the Psyker can do some damage too. These guys are still kind of banged up, so I'm probably just going to leave them here and keep repairing so they can skip. But you guys, let's get going. We can jump over that. Yeah, let's do that just to get a little bit further movement this turn. Oh goody, enslavers! Just what I always wanted to find. 10.9. Yeah, we're better off just attacking. Don't want them taking over my assault troops, or any of my units really, if I can avoid it. Can anybody else get in range? Probably not. Well, you've got good range. But you don't have line of sight anywhere. That's disappointing. Predator going in here too. Just send everybody. Send everyone! So we should be okay here. Like I said, I haven't seen any tanks or artillery yet with the Imperial Guard. Once they get that, then they'll be a little bit harder to deal with. I did really enjoy playing the Imperial Guard last time, just the amount of range stuff you have. But the Marines have quite a bit of good range stuff, with the Devastators having a range of 3. Let's send tactical guys through first, scout. Don't think there'd be any mystery stuff popping up. Sure, let's just throw the captain right in there. He's pretty tough. Unfortunately, with this ridge, I can't just come down. I've got to go all the way around. I don't see the Castellans here. Start moving the tank down with the Tech Marine. We'll leave the Devastators here on Overwatch in case the robots want to come back into range. Then we can just take pot shots at them if they show up, because we'll be on Overwatch. We do have a range of 3, so it's not terrible positioning here, being on the ridge. We just can't get down. We've got to go all the way around. So you guys stay on Overwatch. That's all my units, actually. I don't have a ton of units. Space Marines, because you just have the one city, it's kind of hard to build up the resources to pay for the upkeep. We're doing okay. I've kind of really focused on getting a lot of resources going here. So we are building up dormitories because our population's maxed out. You do need a population for each building you have. So we can't really, even if we built something else, it wouldn't be staffed, essentially. So we're set for everything, just not building a hero. We will have a Vindicator next turn, so we're good. That's fine. We'll just skip. Let's keep an eye down here. More psychic attacks. Taking a little bit of a beating, but it should be okay. Okay, he didn't actually take control of my guys. That's good. Anything else we can see? Doesn't look like it. How about up here? Nope, nothing. Okay. Alright. You guys just take back control of the mobile holo projector. That weakens all their units. Gets my guys a little bit tougher. Essentially. Just gives us sort of a holo projection, so we're less likely to get hit by shots and stuff. And let's start moving. We'll try to get them up to get repaired as well. Let's keep repairing these guys. $30, that's not too bad. Let's move down. We'll slaughter these enslavers with these guys. Everyone else can keep moving that way. And we're actually going to get that research pretty quick because we're getting 40 a turn, so it's not going to take too long to get that. I don't really want to trigger the end game here. At certain points, it's actually sort of beneficial just to kind of avoid doing the storyline stuff if you don't want to do it. Some of the benefits are quite good, but if you start triggering just massive invasions and stuff, it really ruins your plans if you're trying to win quickly or deal with your enemies that you're already fighting, instead of having to reposition everyone to fight some new threat that suddenly pops up. Let's say you run this way. Kind of rough terrain here in the river. So yeah, we'll just go up this way. That's rough here as well, but we've got a little bit longer range with the hunter, so maybe parking him here. Maybe even moving up towards the city this direction. Let's see, how about we move the Devastators up? They've got good long range. We can hang out here, maybe take long shots at the city. And here we can finish off these heavy weapon guys. And these guys can go for the Psyker, try to do some damage. Choppy choppy. Hard to focus with a Space Marine with a chainsword charging at you. Is it everybody down there? Yeah, because I used them to grab that back. Okay. Alright. Keep these guys moving. Get this wire weed in the way, though, unfortunately. So we'll move the tank around as well. with the Tech Marine. Oh, do I want to throw my captain at those guys? He's pretty tough, so I think we should be okay. There's a Castellan, of course. Thanks so much. We got a Volcanist Shroud, so reduced damage from Psychers, essentially. Yeah, sure, take that too. He's pretty loaded up. He's quite tough. 13 armor, 20 health. Let's just slaughter these guys, otherwise they'll just keep repairing the Castellan robots. He can take some abuse, so that's fine. Unfortunately, I don't have the range here if they're just going to engage my captain. So we might want to start moving at least somebody down. Don't think we're going to see anything else in this region. So maybe leave one Devastator squad, everyone else is going to move, so we'll leave them there on Overwatch, everybody else will start moving. Alright, we've got a new Vindicator, let's get them on the move. Okay, we made our dormitories, made a Vindicator. What do I need? Energy's a little bit low. It would be nice to get some influence as well, because that's pretty low. I don't think I have any influence bonuses. Just a research bonus. This is requisition points or research bonus. I think that's it for spaces for my city. So I've got 2 spots here I can build and 2 spots here. So this would be kind of just general whatever stuff or research. This is mainly for requisition points. What do we want? That'll chew into my energy, but yeah, that's fine. Let's start working on some influence. And let's grab a Predator, I think. Yeah, upkeep 3. Yeah, we're good for that. Alright, start working on a Predator. We'll hold off on any characters or anything for now, so that's good. Let's see. We'll keep an eye out this way. Apothecaries, infantry unit that heals allied infantry. These courageous field surgeons face the full heat of battle. They're Nartheciums, healing even grievous injuries, and their vials of combat stims and anticoagulants, quickly getting wounded brothers back into the fight. They also administer the Emperor's Grace to those beyond help, extracting the purginoid glands containing the gene seed so that Space Marine legacy might live on. Cool. Actually, I didn't check to make sure everything's working. Let's see if everything's fine. That's good. That looks good. Okay. I haven't had too many problems with this game, but I always want to check just in case. Alright, research. What do we want to research? We still have some stuff here we haven't researched that's way low in the tiers. This would be something increases damage temporarily for Space Marines or Bikers. I don't actually have any Bikers, but I do have some Space Marines, Assault Space Marines, so that might be useful. Dreadnought would be kind of fun. Terminators would be a lot of fun. Let's go Terminators. Terminators sounds good. Alright, we just have vision of the Psyker here. So I think we'll probably send the assault troops in to deal with that. Let's get you up towards healing, if possible. Got no obvious targets, so we'll move him up as well and do some repairs. Keep him between the Tech Marine and the city in case they want to come out this direction. Alright, send in the Assault Marines. So shooting a las pistol at me? It's just going to make my Assault Marines angry. Like I said, you just made him angry. That's all. This guy is kind of banged up. Let's head him towards my Tech Marine as well. He took a lot of abuse there. Let's head here for now. Getting everybody in position here if we want to advance towards the city with some troops. Keep the Imperial Guard occupied. I don't know, if things go well, it may not take much longer for me to finish them off. That would be the fastest of all of the games I've played with all the different factions if I finish them off sometime soon. So we're still in good shape. We've got a little bit of map here. Just kind of explore a little bit this way. Okay. The Castellan robot took off. Didn't want to fight my captain, apparently. So, tactical troops in. Get everybody kind of swinging around. Just this ridge is kind of slowing everything down. Do I want to leave these guys here on Overwatch? Maybe one more turn, just in case something shows up from a different direction. How much map is left? It's quite a bit to the north here. Let's just creep ahead and look. Nothing. Okay. So we'll send you through this way. I know when this triggers, something bad's going to happen, like right next to my capital. I'm not going to have anything there. I can deal with it. We're basically set. We'll have Devastators next turn, so that's fine. I do have a couple armories, so my speed is pretty good for building vehicles. I only have one Apothecarian, so it's a little bit slower to build infantry. Once the Devastators are done, I think we'll grab an Apothecary unit. It would be kind of cool. Possibly helpful. I've got quite a bit of infantry running around. Let's see. See if the Imperial Guard or anybody else. Yeah, I've got some stuff on the edge here. Crude hounds. So we've got some tech priests. Got the Commissar running around. Tech priests, probably focus on them. I should be able to kill these guys off with the land speeder. Massed bolter fire. It's kind of hard to see sometimes with the movement as far as where the exact positioning. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Especially when you get into the cities, it can be kind of hard to tell exactly where you can move to with the green outlines and stuff. You guys really need to get healed up, so let's focus on you. Let's repair them a bit. I don't think I can get a shot on anything here. There's possibly some stuff hiding. Keep them back a little bit for now. No, that's the worst case scenario right there. Heavy weapon squads. Definitely going to jink here as well. Don't really want to park on this wireweed because it'll do some damage to me. Let's put you out front. Would like to get these guys repaired, so we'll kind of sneak around the back if we have to. Let's see. That's fine, I guess. Do have 3 range with the Predator, but just as las cannon, so it's not going to do a ton of damage to the infantry. Oh, we're actually in range of the center of the city there. So the center is there. It's kind of an odd placement. Just keep hammering these guys. Let's see. Really just have 2 targets here, unless I want to jump and go after the Commissar. We'll try to finish off these tech priests. No, not quite. Estimated 3 of 3. We should finish them then. There we go. Dead tech priests. Jump over this, yeah. Let's just jump past all these forest areas. Get into the combat a little bit faster. Still have you guys, don't I? No, that's right, we had the recruits down there. Yeah, I've kind of got them encircled quite a bit here. I don't know if the Imperial Guard's going to be able to take this amount of firepower we're going to throw at them. Just kind of scout a bit here. Still not seeing anything. Very, very slow Tech Marine. With this giant autocannon, or actually not an autocannon, like a Gatling bolter or something. This gun, the Thunderfire cannon thing, didn't exist when I was playing, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to be exactly. Yeah, so we're pretty good here, so we'll go ahead and leave this position, I think. This is all water, so I don't think it connects to anything. We still have this part of the map we can check out, but maybe we'll do that with some land speeders or something. Just kind of creeping ahead here. We've got another Castellan. We've got another mobile holo projector. That's good. More ambles. I think I've seen more Castellan robots in this game than in like any of my other games. Maybe even a couple games combined. I swear I've seen like at least 10 of these things in this game. Could just be because my opponents didn't kill off many of them. Did make some more Devastators. Let's head here. And we'll start working on that Apothecary. 6 turns. Yeah, it's a little slow for me to build infantry units, but it's not too bad. He does require an upkeep of energy as opposed to requisition points for everybody else. So I'm going to run out of energy here fairly soon, so maybe we'll build some energy next after the Assimilarum is done. Everyone has the kind of buildings that do the same thing, they're just called different stuff, so it always throws me off when I try to remember what the names of things are. So my captain might take a little bit of fire here, but he can deal with it, so let's keep an eye this way. See if the Commissar comes out. Nope. Commissar's looking at my Salt Marines and like, nah, Guardsmen go deal with it. I'll stay back here. It's fine. Yeah, I think the Imperial Guard are in trouble. So the Ambles moved up, but the Castellan robots have kind of disappeared. Kind of curious checking out the map. I just don't have any units that I can move through here quickly. Yeah, I should build some scout bikers. Trying to avoid getting on the wireweed here. Alright, you guys need to get repaired some more, so let's do that. I'm still kind of in bad shape. Where's my damaged indicator? Start moving him around. Try to get him around behind, do some repairs. Alright, Captain. Let's kill off some ambles, I think. I can't quite finish him off. I could if I wanted to use my power strike, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I was going to save it for when I could sell in robots, but just wiping out a unit of ambles, sure. A little bit of experience. Alright, you guys, let's chew them to pieces. Massed heavy bolter fire. Bring up my other guys if we can get shots on the Imperial Guard here. And the Assault Marines can finish them off. Hopefully, anyway. So we'll grab the fermentation pool on the way. Can't quite kill them off. Do what we can. Not an ideal spot for you guys to be. Have lots of assault marines coming down you. I sure wouldn't want to be trying to hold that line. Okay, you have a range of 2 as well. I guess we can move you up. Start doing some damage to the city. Kind of move in pretty close here. I've got a range of 3 with the Devastators, but my line of sight's messed up for most of these locations, unfortunately. So I've got to get pretty close. So most likely he'll send some guys over this way, kind of deal with my troops. Let's leave them there. We'll keep planning on healing. Okay, produce the Assimilarum. So, yeah, I think we'll go with some energy. Yeah, 12, that's okay. Yeah, just start working on some energy there as well. I do have 1 captain and 1 librarian, so it's not a big a deal. If I research chaplain, then I might want to make a chaplain too, just to have 1 of each, check out their abilities. Wording positive on loyalty. See, right now I don't have enough population even to man the stuff that I just built, so it's not going to do me much benefit until I have the staff for it. So that's fine. This might be all he's got left of the Imperial Guard and the Commissar here. Well, we got our research. Reward received ambles. I'm curious if I now have control of some ambles. Studies of the Xenos bears immediate reward. Tracking their strange technology has identified several positions of interest on the planet's surface. Research orbital scan, I've done. Use orbital scan on highlighted tiles. 3 separate ones, I get 100 requisition points. Already at chapter 4, most of them 5 or 6, I think, was kind of the end when you have the invasion, so I may not want to finish this. I don't think the Imperial Guard are going to survive long enough anyway. Population increased. Let's see, we've got places to do orbital scans. There's one there. It's kind of hard to see because I picked yellow, so the yellow highlights are on the mini-map, just hard to spot. That's 2. Oh, and down here. It's actually all pretty close to my city. Kind of odd. I don't know how far the story goes. So this is the end of chapter 4 if we do it. So probably one more before the invasion, but it's hard to tell. So I'm not sure I really want to trigger this. I might want to just skip it. Because I'm not really that enthused with the story, because it's basically just going to be the same. We'll have an invasion happen of probably Necrons or something, and then we'll just have to fight them off and deal with it. And it's kind of the same thing as it's always been. It's like 20 turns survival against a big invasion force. Like, let's do some more exploring up here first before we try to kill off the Imperial Guard. Where the heck did the Castellan robots go? Grab the Grox pasture. Still don't see anything. Let's hold up here. They're probably this way. Let's get some additional forces up here before we advance that direction. Slowly working our way through the forests. Okay, we can make it up here with our damage vindicator, so we'll repair him this turn. I'd like to get you guys repaired more, but maybe we'll do some exploring. Should be relatively safe. Relatively. There's probably more Castellan robots. Let's see. I'm gonna head up that way, so let's go up here and we'll go around. That's the idea anyway. Alright. Let's just kill off these guys with my newer assault marines. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking all he's got left is the Commissar here, since I'm not seeing anything else show up. Alright, we'll just keep taking some shots at the city here. I guess we can send the Psyker in. I'm not sure if this ability, the Objuration Mechanicum, damages vehicles. I'm not sure if it would work on a city tile like this, kind of city defenses. Probably not. It might jam the weapon, but I don't think it would actually do any damage. Let's find out. Yeah, I can target him. Yeah, it did do damage. Okay. Just trying to get guys in a position where we can take some more shots, maybe lapping up around, just have to get through the forest. Yeah, we've got ambles in our capital. Okay. Whatever. Space Marine ambles. Sure. Okay. Whatever. I'm not sure how that works exactly. Space Marines tend to be a little bit xenophobic, so I don't think they'd be happy with a bunch of ambles running around inside their city. Let's grab another Predator. Everything else kind of set for the city. Poor Imperial Guard are not long for this world. I've already got them at like half health here. Yeah, pretty much. So I don't think they're going to put up much more of a fight, so we probably will be finishing this pretty quick. Kind of want to do some more exploring. So let's see what we find. There's a robot. Take some shots from distance here with the Devastators. No! Multiple Castellan robots. That's not nice. Like I said, I swear I've seen way more Castellan robots in this game than any other one I've played of this. So soften him up. We'll send the captain in. Alright, 3.9 is not a lot of damage. Crack grenades, 2.0. So I think I can use my orbital strike as well. I think. Nope, that counts as an action. Alright. Some of the stuff counts as an action, other ones don't, and sometimes it's not always clear which is which. We've got a free shot here, so I might as well, and it doesn't do much damage. Got more Devastators on the way. Actually, the Castellans are putting up more of a fight than the Imperial Guard at this point. We discovered Desolate Erath. Okay, sure. Let's have you keep exploring. Let's head out here. Keep repairing my Vindicator here that got banged up. Not sure where that Commissar went. Jump into here. I It seems like we're always been doing more damage with just regular attacks than we are with our grenades. Almost always, anyway. Just finish him off. Scout a bit here. So that's the coast. Edge of the map is just right here. Just kind of exploring. Yeah, it's got to be it. No more troops at all for the Imperial Guard. Feel bad, but we kind of saved them for last. They weren't able to put up much of a fight. I think they were fighting the Necrons early on, which is pretty tough with the Imperial Guard. The Imperial Guard haven't survived very well in a lot of the games that I've played, so I tried to grab one of each faction for each of the scenarios. I think the Necrons wiped them out once before I ever even saw them, and some of the times I've only really seen some tech priests wandering around, and then they're just dead. So they don't seem to have a lot of survivability early on versus the other factions. Gotta level up. I really like the Objuration Mechanicum. Let's max that out. And we'll move in and just do attack. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just leave him here to keep getting repaired. We'll just move him over on the side. I'm just kind of randomly having the ambles wander around. I've already kind of checked out most of this. We've got to go pretty far. This has got to be the edge of the map here. Got to get all the way up here if we want to explore anything. Can head that way, I guess. Just to look around. City's fairly well set. That's fine. I can use my influence for any of these as well. I can increase my assault troop accuracy, I can increase bolter accuracy, I can do scans, I can drop fortresses, but there isn't really a whole lot of point right now in doing any of that stuff. And a 36. I think he took a bunch of damage there. He went from 30-some health down to 9, like 20-some damage, and I don't know why he took damage. Might have been part of the Objuration Mechanicum, but I don't think it doesn't do damage over time. It just reduces your ability to attack. Unless I'm confused, which is certainly possible. Alright, let's grab this. Well, Captain, let's see if we can kill off another... Ah! Yes, these aren't that bad. I just wasn't expecting to see a bunch more stuff back here. Let's see. 3.9. Do a bit more damage. This is 15 damage, armor penetration 8, 7.8, armor penetration 4. Do an orbital strike. Still not enough to kill him. It's kind of surprising. I don't think the Enslaver can take over my character, but it's possible. That would be kind of bad, because he's super tough, can do quite a bit of damage. So if the Enslaver grabs him, we'll have a bit of a tough time. We'll have to try to kill off the Enslaver. Alright, who's left? I'm doing everything else first, just because I want to. I think the Imperial Guard are going to die here. Don't think they can survive another turn of attacks. They don't have any other troops around anywhere. I'll just do some exploring here, just for the heck of it. Just want to check and see. Yeah, there's some more stuff out this way. There. Yeah, I don't think I need much of anything to finish this guy off at 9 health. Alright, time for the Imperial Guard to die, I guess. Let the Devastators do it. They've done a lot in this campaign, helped me a lot. Victory! It was arrogant of the Xenos to suppose that they could assault a chapter world of the Imperial Space Marines, even under Strength 1 and secure an easy victory. Even decimated as you were by endless war, even weakened as you were by the mysterious warp storms, you rebuilt in the midst of heavy fighting and crushed your enemies one after another. This war has been a test for your Marines. When they've passed well. As the scattered remnants of the Xenos retreat to the dark corners of the planet, your chapter has emerged stronger than before. Now you can rebuild the chapter properly from the planet's surviving population and turn this wholly into a worthy homeworld. And perhaps now, in your strength, you'll have time to explore the planet more thoroughly, to find the source of the warp storms, to root out the remaining Old One's secrets. Pray that no one else finds them before you. So, yeah, we're actually the entire game ahead of everybody else. I wasn't sure how the Necrons were doing early on. It seemed like the Necrons and Imperial Guard were fighting quite early. Maybe somewhere around here we had a bit of a drop. Economy-wise, I felt like I was behind, but actually it seems like I was pretty much comparable or higher than everybody else. This is when units get... Orcs get killed off first, Necrons get killed off, then Imperial Guard. I think this is probably when I started really ramping up my economy, but I felt like I was really behind in production. So it was actually lower here for a little bit. But I'm sure even though having fewer units, it seemed like the Space Marines are a lot tougher, so that kind of calculating them at a higher value than some of the other units. Research, I did start off, it was like the first thing I built was a research, so I actually did pretty well with that. Still didn't get to the end of the research tree or anything. Well, that is it. Another one down. So I've played all the factions. I don't have the Tyranids. If the Tyranid DLC goes on sale fairly cheap, I'll probably pick it up and try them out at some point. And if I do that, I'll definitely stream it. But it'll kind of depend on prices and stuff, because I'm a bit broke. So we'll kind of see with that if it does go on sale at some point down the road. I do have this on GOG, so we'll kind of see if the prices drop on there. I do have an idea for what I'm going to do next, but that will have to wait for next time, which will probably be Sunday, if nothing else crazy happens. But yeah, thanks for hanging out and watching this finish up. This was only, I think, like 5 sessions to finish off this, which was much shorter. I think the shortest other one I had was 10. Some of the sessions were a bit longer than others, but it kind of depends. So this was a lot faster to win with the Space Marines, it seemed like. So I think there's a bit of balancing that could still potentially go on as far as fixing some of that stuff. Overall, having one city and then trying to reach the maintenance amount for the upkeep I had on my units was a little bit challenging. I kind of felt like I was quite weak early on, but ended up doing okay. I think sort of unit selection and focusing on what you want to build, so I kind of held off for a while so I could build more vehicles later. So those kind of decisions definitely can make a big difference. Each of the factions has a lot of kind of interesting stuff that they can do. I did feel like the Necrons were by far the most powerful of the different factions, and were quite powerful early on, just with the passive healing they can do, the amount of damage they can do, some of the units that they have. The Imperial Guard long-term were quite good, but it took a really long time to get to the point of having a good armored force. Maybe adjusting some of the research with having some of the units a little earlier in the research tree might help the Imperial Guard a bit. It seemed like they're really underpowered and understrength. I did like having mass units of heavy weapon squads when I played as the Imperial Guard, but that was really the only tactic I had that could really do much of any good against like Space Marines or Necrons. And I still had to be really careful about how I advanced and used them and positioning and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, overall I have definitely enjoyed this game, and I'll definitely come back to it if I ever get a chance to pick up the Tyranid DLC and try them out. Maybe just try other factions against them as well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. If you're interested in my earlier stream as the Necrons or with the Orcs or Imperial Guard, you can always check that out on my YouTube channel, which is also DisturbingPuppet, which is also one word. But yeah, thanks. I do appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a good one.